Now that was a much better performance from the guys in blue and white. As on New Year's Eve, they're in Colorado taking on the Avalanche. Nathan MacKinnon back in the lineup for the Avs. He missed, 3 or 4 weeks or something like that with his injury. They're still decimated with injuries, still without Landeskog, still without some key players. But the Leafs go into Colorado and beat the snot out of them more or less in the third period. They do, or late in the second period, where they win 6-2 over the Avs. More or less 5-2 with an empty netter. They pulled the goalie with about 5 minutes to go to try and mount some crazy comeback. Did not happen. And the Leafs buried the empty netter to make it 6-2. And with the W, the Leafs closed the calendar on 2022 with a 23-8-6 record. By the way, everyone, I hope you guys had a great New Year's Eve. Hopefully y'all were safe and everything. And now 2023 is upon us. And hopefully 2023 is a very good year for Toronto Maple Leafs fans. We'll have to see. But we'll take this thing day by day. And what a night it was to close out 2022. Let's start this thing off in the first period. And about under 7 minutes in, Mitch Marner has the puck just inside the blue line, right? Passes it, was it off the boards to Calle Jarnkrok. And Mitch Marner goes to the other side of the ice and starts boogieing towards the blue line. But both of their defenders are on the other side of the ice. Not really sure what's going on there. And Jarnkrok just passes an absolute seed. It was a hard pass, but it was right on the tape of Mitch Marner, who crosses the blue line. And the defenseman stands up to Mitch. And I don't know if it was a hesitation or more or less oh goodness, didn't see that coming, tried to avoid the hit. It works. And he fires it low blocker on Georgiev, and he beats him. Straight, clean, not a good goal if you're Georgiev, but Mitch Marner's got the goal, his 14th of the season. Tavares and Jarnkrok grab assists on the goal at 6:51 of the first period, and the Leafs have the early lead. Great stuff. Here we go, like about 3 minutes after that. Really nice board work from Alex Kerfoot, right? He's fallen down in the corner, but on his way down, he centers the puck to David Kampf, who fires it on. It's blocked in front. Both their defenders don't know where the puck is, but there's one guy on the ice who does. And it's Pierre Engvall, and he buries it. And the Leafs get a 2-0 lead less than 10 minutes into the first period. Engvall from Kerfoot and David Kampf, that line has been phenomenal. And the Leafs get a 2-0 lead on the road in Colorado. This is an incredible start for the Leafs. But you can't take your foot off the gas pedal. You got to keep going. They did that against Arizona, right? You get the lead, you kind of chill out for a bit, and then things end up in the back of the net. Again, Matt Murray was in the cage tonight. I thought after the first goal, he was phenomenal. But that first goal, not so much. JT Compher crosses the blue line, cuts to the middle of the ice, fires a far side blocker, and he beats Matt Murray straight up. And not the goal I want him to give up there. However, you still have the lead 2-1. That goal was at 17:28 of the first period, so under 3 to play, and the deficit's now cut in half. You could have gone into the break up 2-0. Shots on goal were 13-6 in favor of the Leafs. You look like he dominated the period as well. Lots of good things were happening, but that late goal really, really hurt you. But did it come back to hurt you? No. Leafs get a power play to start the second period. And, I love that the 5-man unit when they're all moving around. And it sounds stupid, it sounds cliche to say, but you know what? It opens up the ice. Because people got to start moving around. You're not having guys just standing still, passing it around, and nothing happened out of it, right? You get Austin Matthews skating around. John Tavares, right, starts in the slot, goes down below the goal line. And then Matthews finds him below the goal line, and JT tries to, go from the backhand, go to the forehand, and shoot it quickly. Well, half of that works. He goes to the backhand to the forehand, whiffs on the shot, but the great thing is, Michael Bunting's there to receive the pass, and he buries it into the empty cage, past Georgiev, and the Leafs got the 3-1 lead. They got a 2-goal lead back, and a very inadvertent pass from JT. Doesn't matter. It works because he gets the primary assist, and Bunting gets the goal. Matthews, the secondary assist, 34 seconds into the second period. And I think right there, that goal, obviously the game-winning goal because they don't score 3, but I think that was the turning point in this hockey game. And the reason I say that, you give up that late first period goal. You got a power play to start the second period. You don't score on that. Their momentum is all there. It's all there, right? And then who knows? They come back and tie it, and it's a whole new hockey game. But you get that early second period goal. You take the energy out of the crowd. You get the 2-goal lead back, and the confidence level goes up a little bit higher, right? Now, yes, under 10 minutes in, Devon Toews scores, and, well, Austin Matthews scored, unfortunately, on his own net as it goes off his skating in. Very unfortunate goal. Tough bounce. Is what it is. Can't blame Murray. Can't blame Matthews. Just wrong place, wrong time for Austin Matthews. And it's a 3-2 game midway through the second. Again, very important, that early second period goal, right? We keep going. And I absolutely love it. You know, when they get the puck in their own end and they're trying to regroup and start their break-in and whatnot, a lot of guys will just take that play off, kind of clog up the neutral zone, allow them to come out of their own end, and kind of just play from there, maybe have them dump the puck in or whatever. But Matthews, I can't remember who it was going back to get the puck. Matthews is hounding this guy. He's hounding him. And so he's trying to turn and fire it off the boards and try and get it out. He does that. Problem is, Nylander's at the blue line, knocks it down, passes it right to the slot to Austin Matthews because this defender's like, oh God, I got to block this shot. Meanwhile, Matthews is all alone in front, gets the pass, Georgiev's down, and Matthews outweights him, beats him under the glove, and the Leafs get a 4-2 lead. They get their 2-goal lead back once again. Hard work on the puck. Look, I know this Leafs team is not very physical. I get it. Do I like it? No, I don't. I'd love for this team to have more physicality, but they don't. So where they lack there, what I've always said is they have to be hard on the puck. They could have played that play lazy. The defense could have got it. He could have sagged off and allowed them to exit the zone. But Matthews gets right on his tail, makes him make a play. He turns the puck over. One pass later, bang, it's in the back of the net, and you get your 2-goal lead back. It's so important. The effort, the energy, hard on the puck, and you saw that there on the 4-2 goal. Matthews from Nylander at 15 minutes. So with 5 to play in the second period, the Leafs get their 4-2 lead. Now, 24 seconds after that, Dryden Hunt getting in the corner, right? Falling over, but hanging on to the possession. Then Nathan MacKinnon ends up picking it up, and honestly, I know it's his first game back, but what the hell was that, trying to get the puck out? Maybe he thought there was a guy at the right point. I mean, there was, but it wasn't an Avalanche player. He just kind of floats it up the sideboards. No one there except for TJ Brody. He picks it up. He fires it through the guy, because there was a guy coming at TJ Brody. Fires it right through his legs, and it beats Georgiev top corner. And you can see he must have not seen it. I don't know what he was thinking, because he kind of just threw his shoulder up like, what the hell just happened? The Leafs got a 5-2 lead. TJ Brody unassisted at 15:24, so 24 seconds after you take that 2-goal lead, you got a 3-goal lead. And this was all within 5 minutes of the second period ending. Really, really important. So then you look forward. Okay, we'll close the period strong. They do that. All right, good. Now third period, you got a 3-goal lead. Lots of room to work with here. Matt Murray had to make some stops. I think a couple of pucks hit the post as well. But hey, it is what it is, right? He made some big-time stops as well. And then late in the third period, like I said, about 5 minutes to go, they pull their goaltender. Leafs have a couple opportunities to score on it. They can't. And then Willie Nylander gets the puck along the boards, and he tries to knock it up with his stick with one hand, but his stick gets stuck or in the snow or in the boards or whatever, so it ends up going behind him. He ends up knocking it forward enough that he stays onside, then kicks the puck to his stick, who passes it in front to Michael Bunting, who's going right to the net, and Bunting just slides it into the empty cage. Leafs get their 6th goal, and they win it 6-2 over the Avs. Bunting from Nylander at 16:11 of the third period, and it's over. Really nice W for the Leafs last night. They controlled play for a lot of the time. And we all know the possession numbers the Leafs always have. A lot of one and done on Matt Murray. And that's the important part. I think it was, I don't know if it was Sheldon Keefe or somebody said to Matt Murray when they came in, hey, you make that initial stop. We'll figure out the rest. And we'll get that puck out. And they did tonight. Matt Murray, more often than not, made that initial stop. And the puck's gone. So really nice job for the Leafs defense doing that and taking care of business there. Matt Murray, 2 goals on 28 shots. Look, in the early goings, it was like 2 on 11 or something like that. So he settled down nicely. Yes, he had a couple posts, but did settle down and make every save the rest of the way after it was a 3-2 game, right? It was 3-1. They made it 3-2, and he held the fort the rest of the way and allowed the Leafs to build on their lead. Really nice job for Murray last night. I really hope he can get some more run. I understand they like going, him and Samsonov, like 2-1, but man, Samsonov has not been good recently. And you can clearly see from Matt Murray's standpoint, when he gets consistent play, he looks better, right? He had the game before the Christmas break that Samsonov played. The game after Christmas break, Samsonov had. And then he played, Murray played meh against, was it Arizona? Yeah, it was Arizona. And we're like, ooh, Matt Murray. Well, the dude hasn't played in like over a week. So you can't expect that. And then he goes out there today, allows the early goal. But then he settles in, and he was great the rest of the game. You need to give this guy some run. I understand the injury issues, but you can't keep playing that way. You need to give him a little bit of run here. Samsonov has not been good recently. We talked about the St. Louis game, how he was all over the place. And Murray, when you're seeing the consistent playing time, good things are happening to him. So you got to give him that runway a little bit more, in my opinion. And I think he should get the start at home against the Blues on Tuesday. That's just my thought. Because then you had Sunday, Monday off. You have 2 days off before you play the Blues. It's lots of rest time for Murray. I think he gets the start there. And I think there's a back-to-back coming up, so that's where you use Sammy, right? Key players in the game, Michael Bunting had 2 goals. Matthews with a goal and assist. Nylander with 2 assists. JT with 2 assists. The talk of the town has been that the top line hadn't got it done. They didn't do anything in Arizona. A lot of the depth getting it done in them there, and I think in St. Louis as well. I could be wrong about that, but anyways, either way. And they got it done today. Bunting on the top line. He had a 2.9. Matthews had a 2.9. Nylander had a 2.9. Tavares had a 2.9. Marner had a goal as well. They all got it done. The big guns came to show up today, and they did a job. Really nice game there. Shots on goal in the second period. I talked about the first, but the second was 15 to 12 in favor of Colorado, and 7-7 in the third period. Considering the Leafs were up 3 and they were playing desperate and pulled the goalie, the fact that shots on goal were 7-7, it tells you how the Leafs played defensively. Really good job down the stretch. Ended up winning the game in shots, 32-28. Special teams-wise, they had 3 power plays, did not score on any of them, and the Leafs went 1 for 4 on their power play with the early second period Michael Bunting goal. All right, next up for the Leafs, as we talked about briefly, is on Tuesday. So what day would that be? Is that the 3rd? The 3rd of January, as they're back at home taking on the St. Louis Blues. We just beat them in overtime a few nights ago. Yeah, well, I guess like 3 or 4 days ago now. But they just beat the Blues not too long ago. They play them at home now. 7 o'clock puck drop there on Tuesday night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the W last night on New Year's Eve and you had a great New Year's Eve, smack the like button to appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not done so already. The Twitter link, or comment down below your thoughts on the game, your thoughts on the video, all that stuff. Go nuts. The Twitter and Instagram links are down in the description, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well. The Discord link's in the description. All that great stuff that we all know and love is in the description. And I will talk to you guys, Raptors Edition. They play tomorrow, I believe. Who do they play tomorrow? You know what? I'm going to check that up right now. I know the Raptors nobody plays tonight, but the Raptors play tomorrow. I can't even, let me try and get it really quick for you guys. Tomorrow in Indiana, taking on the Pacers at 7 o'clock tomorrow as they look to build on that last W. We'll see how it goes, but after the really nice win against the Phoenix Suns, you take on the Indiana Pacers who are playing inspired basketball. They just beat the Clippers at home last night, so really good game for Indiana. They're, a couple games over 500? Yeah, 20 and 17. They're playing some good ball. They've won 3 in a row. How are the Raptors going to do this on the road against a good Indiana ball club, right? And as for the Leafs, they're back in action like we talked about on Tuesday as they host the St. Louis Blues at Scotiabank Arena. 7 o'clock puck drop there. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the W last night. We'll talk to you guys then.